It's early-ish, and my room is cold. I had to turn on my heating pad and warm my feet up like twice last night. All the same, I just turned my heater on a little while ago. Well, turned it up. So, I'm much more inclined to get moving now. Checking my emails, slightly adulting. Still really cold. Because I'm not running the heater full blast, and, because it's not snowing outside, it's just a little bit chilly, but man, I don't handle this stuff well. Looks like I need to run to my kids' elementary school and switch out the book he's got for the book he's supposed to be reading. Because I am pretty certain that the version of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe that they want to do for their class is not going to be the kind that is on the bookshelf. Original C.S. Lewis text, because that stuff is, linguistics dictate that language will change over time. And the English that book was written in is not the English that this kid speaks today. So, I'm gonna have to go do that. I'm also gonna have to go and hit the pharmacy drive-thru. So it looks like I have stuff I can do today, provided I can get functional enough to do those things. Alright, I gotta get moving. $128.6, headed back in the direction I want to be in. Outfit time. I can't recall if I've actually worn this shirt before. It's the Shaman's Harvest Soul Crusher. This little skeleton with horns riding a motorcycle. And blue jeans, because classic. I will probably be wearing my pink sneakers today. Time for breakfast. So I made a crack the other day to one of my kids that protein shakes are baby formula for meatheads. So I guess we know what that makes me. Well, I am having one fun morning. It is just a little bit after 11 and I am headed to the school, and we cannot for the life of me find this book that he's supposed to return to the school, and we've been digging through the house trying to find it. Well, he is loudly proclaiming that it cannot possibly be in his room, despite the fact that he leaves his stuff everywhere. And so we collect his stuff and put them in his room, and then he just there's layers of stuff that we have put in his room for him that he doesn't pick up. But it couldn't possibly be in there at all. That would be a literal impossibility. I'm like, I'm done. He had some other books that do need to go back to the school, so I'm going to take those. And hopefully they'll see that as a gesture of good faith, so they will let me get a copy of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe for him that he's going to start next week. I am a very messy person, I will admit that. But there's a big difference between a messy room and a disaster zone. My room is usually pretty messy, but you can walk through it, you know? Well, that's interesting. They moved a new mobile home over here, and it's got a new no trespassing sign in the window. You would think, being a domicile, you wouldn't need that. Lunch was pretty tasty. I'm gonna admit that. You can see that was 290 calories, and the buy drink is another 10, so 300 even. Okay. I am home. The situation is that without returning the book that we can't find, we can't get the book that he needs for next week. So we're going to spend the weekend looking for the book. And they are off on Monday for Martin Luther King Day. And then he's just going to have to make do with the copy that we've got. until such time as the other book is found. Well, I already had him email his teacher, let her know that that's the plan. We will continue to look for the book. Grabbed some lunch, you saw that. Grabbed some frozen pizzas. I took a couple of reusable bags, and I haven't done that in a while because of the global 2020 situation. And, man, they crammed like a whole shopping cart worth of stuff into like these 2 bags I brought, thinking that it was going to be a quick trip. But then don't shop hungry, guys. The place was actually really not that packed. It's a little bit hard to get around the big carts that they use for curbside orders, because they pick up multiple orders at once. That's the future of grocery shopping right there. But, it was a snack attack. I'll admit it. I shopped hungry. But prescriptions picked up. And, in my recommended podcast today was something about the declassification CIA documents about UFOs. So my grandma inadvertently has shoved me down the rabbit hole, X-Files style, because the truth is out there. At some point, I'm going to have to tell my family that this vlog exists. Because, I keep mentioning them. And, let my grandma know she's getting shouted out. So I'm going to get back to episode 2 of, whatever the heck I was watching. I will put a screenshot so that you guys can check it out as well if you're interested. I do most of my podcasts on Spotify because I have a super cheap Spotify/Hulu subscription. And I hate ads, so it is so worth it. It's 3:08, and I've been looking at my active time. I almost made 60 minutes yesterday. I was at 52. And my app just updated. And it's occurred to me that I have been able to lower my step count goal, which kind of automatically sets itself at 10,000 steps. But I have mine set at 5,000. Well, it occurred to me that I can change my goal for my active time as well. So I'm adjusting my goals related to what I can conceivably do, so I have a easier target to hit. You know, it's kind of like the thing where, well, maybe you can't do 20 push-ups, but maybe you can do 2. And then after a week of doing 2 push-ups, maybe you could do 3. So I'm limited physically, so it makes sense for me to have a lower goal to shoot for, since I am, so very sedentary. I'm on my bed again. You can tell. So I lowered my active minutes goal to 50 minutes. If I'm not hitting that goal very regularly while trying to, because like I said last night, I still had a half hour to go and I could conceivably get to 60 active minutes, but I don't care. Well, I may be able to do 50. And if I can reasonably do 50, then I could do 50 regularly. And I would try for 50. Because I can. It's like, where's the motivation to reach a goal that you can't reach anyway because it's not adjusted for your physical limitations? Well, I have adjusted my goal for my physical limitations. If I can't keep up with that, I would try 45. I would like a goal I can reach reasonably. My circumstances are not the same as the average human being. Because the average human being isn't dealing with a spine deformity and chronic pain, and a very carefully balanced regimen of medications that allow them to breathe. So, I need my mutant modifications I need to modify so that it fits mutant. Same as you can't expect me to wear, you know, the average person's shoe size. I think a woman's average shoe size is like 7. No. I'm not going to cram myself into the bubble everyone else expects. I'm going to fit me. So fitting my spine, fitting my abilities, I'm adjusting the target. I'm going to take my swing from the ladies' tee-off point. I think that's how golf works. Anyway, that's what's up right now. Don't mind me just making pizza. Barbecue chicken pizza. I'm gonna eat way too much of this, possibly even the whole pizza, but I haven't eaten a whole lot today, so that's fine. Okay, it is just before 8 o'clock, and I've had alerts both on my wrist and on my phone screen telling me, hey, your show's about to start. And I heard my oldest in there being cranky about soda for some reason. Kids can never agree, right? And so I went in there, I'm like, listen, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And then I bust out singing some Journey, and my mom just jumped right in. And of course, John just also kind of tried to jump in with it. Classic rock. And Bruce took off back to his room. I don't even need anybody here to embarrass him. I just, start singing nice and loud. Okay, it's TV time. It's 11:39. That's a little later than the last couple of days, but it's been a really full day. It's Friday night. I didn't send my youngest to bed at the usual time, and I've been a little distracted. I enjoyed the program tonight. It's nice to see that people are still working on that case, even though they still have a lot of unanswered questions. Tomorrow we're looking for that blasted book, and we are what are we doing? We're catching up on a few late school projects. Yikes. And I've gotten the big copy, the really big copy of all the Chronicles of Narnia in one giant paperback tome. I've got that pulled off the shelf back here and ready to go. If we find the book that needs to go back and we don't get that done exactly, like right on the dot, 8:30 on Tuesday morning, it's no big deal. C.S. Lewis, guys, if we do find the book and we have a lot of time to kill this weekend, I'd kind of like to get into the precursor to The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, called The Magician's Nephew. Because, of course, the Chronicles of Narnia are several different books that C.S. Lewis wrote. That's why they're chronicles. I'm rambling. However, what John would like to be doing, if we have the time, and that book is found, and the school stuff is handled, what he would like to be doing is creating his own plush of the character Hooty from Owl House, especially now that he has been shown that Hooty can be drawn, because it is essentially a circle and a tube, which is exactly how they describe drawing Hooty on the show. So he figured, I can just have it as a plush. And I'm like, yeah, so you can just like a long tube with a face. I'm thinking fleece. I'm thinking felt, maybe. No big deal. Just stick your arm out and just make that weird, annoying voice at people. That character is so weird and stuff. They consider that character like being 20% mucus. This is supposed to be a kid's show. What is that? I mean, I got a pretty abstract imagination, but they're like purposely trying to be annoying with this thing, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, I don't have a lot going on. And it's been a busy day, so we will see what happens tomorrow. Thanks for sharing my day with me.